I got to start with the name Delta Ray. I've heard all kinds of crazy stories involving your mom and like a novel. How did this come about?
It's a crazy story involving our mom and a novel. She has been writing this book for the last couple years, and the main character is a young woman named Delta Ray, who is from the South and calls the Greek gods back to Earth. And so we sort of liked the epic.
So how do you define yourselves in terms of genre, or do you not? You've got guitars, you've got tambourine, you've got a drum, you've got a chain over there, a trash can.
We've had a lot of trouble with it. I guess we've sort of settled on Americana rock or just Americana, but it's a blend of a lot of different genres. I think blues, Motown, country, rock, soul are all present in what we're doing.
You guys got your start on Kickstarter, $28,000 raised in 2 months last summer to do your debut album. Tell me kind of, what were you expecting going into the Kickstarter campaign, and how did you feel about the end result?
When we started, we tried to raise $20,000 was the goal, and I think we all felt like it was very ambitious. We hadn't done anything like that before, but we did know that we had a fan base that liked what we were doing. And we had been touring for about a year and a half, or 2 years. But then the numbers just started climbing. We got closer and closer to our date, and we were touring the whole time and sort of felt the excitement building, and then we ended up overshooting 8,000 and raising 28,000. We feel very lucky. We have some amazing fans. Times are tough now, babe, but there are still on. Make the most of it and just stay at home. I'll come out once and I won't be back again. Won't you let me in? I'll say, hey, 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 don't you wanna love me now, baby? Hey, 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 ain't you thinking about me? I've been trying to get you off my mind now. Ain't going well, baby.
If you were funded on Kickstarter and then you get a record deal, I mean, what are the kind of financial implications there?
Well, that part's more complicated. I think the thing for me, or the most important thing, is that it means our album was funded by our fans, and then we got to just totally do what we had always dreamed of doing with it. And we were fortunate enough that when we brought it fully completed to Seymour, he loved it. So there wasn't so much back and forth, and Warner's an extremely artist-friendly label, so it just clicked. But financially, it's also just meant that our fans, I think, are more excited to get the album because they were part of it.
And you're a pretty big band too, 6 members. What's that like, sort of touring with the family? Do you guys get into fights, or how do you negotiate
the? The answer is yes, they get into fights.
Yeah, I think nearly daily we get into fights. But we not only we've been in the band for about going on 3 years now, but we've also lived together for the better part of those 3 years. So I feel like we deserve a bit of a pat on the back for keeping it together as well as we have.
And we've been siblings for like a really long time.
I know, exactly.
We're pretty good at that. We get over things quickly, and ultimately I think we fight because we love each other and we want to make this work. So it's working, and we still love each other. It's good.